When the seal hunts first began to receive publicity along the lines of what you people are doing, but it wasn't your organization because it was many years ago, it was always done on the basis of it's cruel. They didn't talk about endangered species or anything like that. It was strictly cruelty to animals.
This is because at the time the awareness of ecology was far less than it is now. People wouldn't buy the argument of endangered species in those days. Cruelty is something that people can understand. It's an emotional issue. It's something that people who live in cities can understand. People who not only don't understand the slaughter of seals or the taking of fish from the ocean, they don't even understand the slaughterhouse. Their meat is on a grocer's shelf after it's already been butchered. They don't live on farms, and they don't even understand that aspect of it. So I believe that the cruelty issue was a way of getting to people, because it is an issue where you have to get public support. Now, we find that we are able to get that public support now because we have participated ourselves in developing this consciousness of the environment on the basis of the fact, number one, that the species is endangered by the hunt. Number two, by the fact that it is immoral, not because it's cruel, but because of the purpose this cruelty is being put for. It's being done for purely vanity and luxury purposes, for fur trim on the cuffs and collars of elegant ladies in Italy and Japan primarily, places where they don't need the fur for warmth. The meat is being wasted on the ice, and this year this is being exposed more than ever, that all of these carcasses of these seals are just left to rot. So it's not for food, it's not for warmth, it's purely for vanity. I think it's immoral to inflict that cruelty for those purposes. It's not immoral to inflict the cruelty on cattle, to eat them, because they're not endangered. There's plenty of cows. We know how many there are. They're managed very carefully. They know how many are born each year, and they know how many they're killing, and they know how many die each year, you know. So, but with the seals, they don't know these things. They claim to know that they're not endangering the species. But what information there is, and it's granted, it's limited information because no one has bothered to put the money out to find out what's really going on with the seals up till very recently. Now that the first real data is in, it is very apparent that the seal population is becoming extinct at the present rate of hunting. That's all there is to it.
Patrick, let's leave the seal hunt, let's leave the whales, let's leave it all at the moment. And let me ask you how Greenpeace is financed.
Well, all our financing over the years has been from individual people who are contributing to us in cash, small cash donations. We have two main programs for raising funds now, and the one that I'm going to speak about tonight is the lottery that we're launching on the 7th of March. Now, this is our fourth lottery to raise funds. We find it a very successful way to raise funds because it doesn't cost so much to run the lottery. In other words, we get more money this way. We don't have to spend so much of it on bureaucracy. And this is the best way to raise money for something like our organization, because that means we can use most of the money for the expedition rather than in red tape of some kind. This lottery has a prize that is better, I think, than any we've had before. It's a trip to anywhere in the world for 2 weeks, all expenses paid. You can pick where you want to go.
That's good.
So it can be at any time of the year.
So it's wide open, no strings.
If someone wants to go to Inuvik in August to see the wildflowers bloom and the midnight sun, they can do that. If they want to go to the Caribbean in February, then that's fine too.
Okay, now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. This is going to start on about the 7th of March and run through until when?
It'll run through until June the 15th, when the draw takes place for the prize. What we really need to help us with this lottery is people to distribute the tickets for us, to sell the tickets for us. The tickets come in books of $11 $2 tickets. 3 of those tickets are for the person who is selling the tickets for us. They can either keep 3 tickets of the 11 for themselves, or they can sell those 3 tickets and keep $6 for every 11 tickets they sell. This way we feel that there's enough of an incentive in it that particularly school children and people who can get into doing it on a sort of full-time basis on the weekends can make a fair little allowance out of it.
That's not bad.
At $6 a book.
So, for the people in the province of British Columbia who would like to get involved with Greenpeace and get involved with their lottery, it's pretty easy to get tickets, isn't it?
Very easy. All you have to do is write to Greenpeace at 2108 West 4th Avenue in Vancouver, or if you live in the Vancouver area, you can phone to our office directly at 738-7134.
Okay, and let's give that address once again. It's the Greenpeace Foundation, 2108 West 4th Avenue in Vancouver. Postal code is V6K1N7. The address again is 2108 West 4th Avenue, Vancouver. My guest has been Dr. Patrick Moore from the Greenpeace Foundation. Pat, it's been great talking with you. I wish you well.
Thank you, Chuck.
In all your endeavors, and I wish Greenpeace well too, and we'll be looking forward to seeing the progress you're making as time rolls by. Thanks once again.
Thank you.